I'm just finding all the bugs at the moment. Okay. Yes, yes I am. I did it again. I'm not actually pressing the thing on. I don't know what's happening. All right, I'm just gonna unplug this and plug this back in again. Otherwise, it's gonna drive me mental. Mocha's diarrhea, but latte's fine. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. It's not nice when they're sick. Hopefully it's just something that they've eaten. All right. This is getting really annoying now. Is there some sort of setting? All right, I am just gonna unplug this. We're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Cats are good, they're eating breakfast. We have stuff to solid Mocha, but he doesn't like it. Fair enough. Yeah, it's sometimes Socks will eat something that doesn't agree with her, and yeah, she has massive diarrhea. All right, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do the text. There it is. All right, to do, what we also need to do is we need to implement the search functionality correctly. Show all scheduled tasks, scheduled objects. All right, another thing which we've got to do is implement the edit screen. So users can edit the template. So search, essentially the CRUD. So we've done the CRUD, the C, we've done the create, that's fine. So the read would be to search, and essentially those two objects which we've just done there. Implement the ability to, wait, we technically did saying that in the top thing, and have the ability to deactivate the scheduled objects. Easy done. All right, so at the moment, I'm taking it out of the menu. So if I go back into the menu, minimize everything, go into NearBeach, move this over here, I go into NearBeach, I then go into the templates, NearBeach, and then it's partials, and then it's part of the header. And what I want to do is I want to undo that and undo that. And the countdown stuff. As in like how many iterations it could do and stuff like that. All right. Oh, and we've hit an ad break. Good time. All right, let's socks. Come here. No, say hi to everyone, sweetie. Just be like, hello. Yeah. She's like, I didn't want to say hello. I wanted to eat the elephant. There you go. She now wants to attack the elephant, her little elephant. There you go. Yeah, you can play with that. All right. I'm just going to put it on top of her hair. Nah. There you go. It's right there. She's not happy. She'll probably take it out on it. There you go, sweetie. She's wanna. Yeah, she's like, I gotta bite it now. I'm gonna bite it. Yeah. Yeah, you gonna bite this? Is that yet? Anyway, we should be back. Alright, welcome back everyone. Yeah, she's been good today. She's also been sleeping on top of me lately. So I wake up with socks right there. Alright, cool. So, I don't know if I made a new scheduled object in here. But let's just put it in. So we don't actually have an edit page yet. That is something we've got to implement, hopefully very, very soon. And if we go back here and refresh, we actually don't have that object appearing here. So we currently need to actually get those objects appearing. All right, oh sorry. Bit of a yawn from me, terribly sorry. Oh, don't forget to drop everyone. We gotta beat Nightbot. Okay, I'm doing Shocked Max. Alright, I'm gonna do this page first. And then we can start everything else. So I'm gonna minimize everything. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna open up this. I'm gonna open up the NearBeach, and then I'm gonna open up the views. And then we're going to open up the scheduler view. Object scheduler, sorry. Object scheduler view. And I think that Nightbot is cheating. And hey, it's gotta be. How are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. I just suddenly got distracted with the cube. I am terribly sorry. I should put this away from me. Alright. I will be taking this thing to Japan. Doing better with that drop. Oh, nice. You beat Nightbot. Congratulations. Take that, Nightbot, you cheating bot. Ah, I could have had a pun then. I could have called it a bot-tard. As in like bastard, but bot-hard. Alright. We don't want new scheduled object to save. We're fine with all of that. That's perfect fine. Scheduled objects. So this is the loads up a list of objects for the user. So object assignment, get all the objects. It should be sending something to the front end. It's definitely sending the user levels. But it's not, it is sending the scheduled object results. Okay. Oh, Nocturnal in for the win. All right, let's go to source JavaScript components. Let's go into object scheduler. Let's go into scheduler objects. And in here, we're accepting the scheduled object array. But it looks like we're getting nothing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a breakpoint here. I'm just going to refresh the page. We should hit that breakpoint. Sweet. So here we are. he did take that win. All right, we've got a query set of 0. So what we've got to do is we've got to scroll up and have a good think for a moment. Oh, sorry about that yawn. Okay, cool. Oh, there's actually one thing I had to do. All right, cool. All right. Why did I pick up the cube again? So what's actually happening here is at the top, we've got object assignments, object filter, object template is null, is false. All right, cool. That is correct. We shouldn't have a false thing. The group ID stuff. Okay. I've got to... let's just get in the object assignments. Okay, scheduled object results equals scheduled object filter. Object template in. I think I've got that line wrong. All right, I've probably thrown this together really quickly. All right, cool, not a problem. What we're going to do is we're going to go in. I think it's this particular line. I'm just going to comment it out. That's fine. We just hit retry. Realize that we've got this in a locked state. Hit retry. I didn't actually have a look at the scheduled result. Scheduled result is now pulling everything out. All right, cool. So I'm going to hit play. So we know it's this one line. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the database. All right, I'm just going to go over here. I'm just going to go SQLite. Sorry about the brightness. I can't actually help the brightness for this. Yeah, I don't have... Yeah, sorry, I just don't have the options for this. And hey, the Bob I know, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. We are checking what I need to do. So we've got the scheduled object. So I'm going to go select everything from, so this will be NearBeach scheduled object. And we're just going to do a basic select everything. Down here, what we've got is we've got pretty much everything. And then we want to check if the user has access to these. So at the moment, we're going object template in. So that will be the object template ID. So if we comment out these two lines and go select everything from NearBeach object template and have a look in here. So we've got a template. We don't have any group information in here. We do have a group list in here. And I'm starting to have a feeling that I might have left something out with the scheduler. And what I mean by that is I feel like I've accidentally left out the fact that I haven't made it easy for these to determine. I haven't made it easy for these to determine if the object is within the correct group, which is not ideal. Because the idea being is we don't want people editing other groups, scheduled tasks and stuff like that. That's just something we don't want. We've got two solutions. What I could actually potentially do is I can have a separate table that deals with the group permissions and update and delete and add anything where applicable. So for example, if someone changes the group list, it'll update there, and also here. Yeah. I could then remove the group list out of here too, and actually have it somewhere proper. I won't want to put this in the object assignment table because I feel like it's a bit too separate for that. Because, yes. Yeah, I won't put it in that table. So that's one solution. The other solution is we could see if I can get to this particular value and just extract it out. I feel like we've had a similar problem with the SQLite database though, and we do want to support the SQLite database for developers, so forth like that. The idea being is if you want to set this up locally, you can. And let's say it's just going to be you can set it up with a SQLite database, so it's portable. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna think about this quickly. Bit of a yawn. So yeah, we have group list in there. You guys can't see it, I'm sorry, but if we open, if I move this across, just making sure it moves across. It's not quite. All right, so there's our group list and there's our value. So if we actually create a new, let's create a new one. Let's go project for all tasks. And we just key in every single group. We go back here, we rerun this. You'll notice that there's one in here and it'll have all the group numbers in there. So, yes. Okay, I'm gonna write something down. All right, cool. So we're going to extract the group list out into its own table. That shouldn't be hard to do. We've done this before, multiple times. So first things first is we want to open up our models. Socks has gone to bed. All right, cool. No, you're going to bed, sweetie. All right, there is. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. All right, cool. So what are we going to call it? So we've got object template, and where are we going to put it? My guess is we're going to put it at the object template or connect it to the object template. And the reason being is it gives us the ability later on to schedule at different templates and so forth like that. We already have the group set up at the object template level. It just makes sense to do it that way. So yeah, all right, cool. So I'm just writing this down to be like object template. All right, cool. So we've got an object template set up here, as you see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy these 8 lines. I'm just going to go class object template groups. It should be singular group model.model. And then what we want to do is I'm just going to paste those in. We'll have the object template group ID equals the models.big auto field primary key equals true. We're happy with that. That's just basic sort of thing. And what we want now is object template equals models.foreign key. So this will be foreign key on the object template. Then we need on delete equals models.cascade. And then we're fine with the related name and all that kind of stuff. That's perfectly fine. And then what we need is we need group equals models.foreign key. And then we just type in group. Yeah, group. Yep. On delete equals model.cascade. Cool. And I think that's pretty much it. And the idea is what we do is when we create the template, we go, all right, cool, here's the template ID, here's group 1, create another one, group for group 2, and create another group 3, and so forth like that. And then what we can do is we can soft delete stuff from here and so forth like that. Yeah, and then eventually what we can potentially do is clear out all the deleted. So yeah, this is a simple table. Yep, cool. And that way, we take out that one little thing from in here. I feel like it's going to get very simple very quickly. So what we want to do, let's go back to object scheduler. Let's scroll up to new scheduled object save. Oh, we do need to create this object. So what I'm going to do is source VM bin activate Python 3 manage make migrations. Then Python 3 manage migrate. All right, cool. So we just migrated what we've just done into here. All good and dandy. And also one other thing is I think I broke Circle CI. So I'm just double checking that because that might be one of the things that I fixed tonight. So I'm just going to jump onto secret screen. You guys get to see my new blue glasses. Yes, I have sorry, give me 2 more seconds. I'm just... Alright. I thought they had a dark mode. Alright, not a problem. Sorry, I thought they had a dark mode. They don't. But what I can do is... Okay. As you see, for the last 2 commits, we've broken it, but that's fine. What we'll do is we'll fix that up today. So I'll put that down as a note. Fix unit tests. And to do that, what we do is we go back to, let's say, the main. We actually create the database, we actually copy the database, and then what we do is we go back into the dev branch, we apply the migrations to the new databases, and then we save the fixtures from it. So yeah, it's not hard. We've done it multiple times before. A lot of the times, yeah, a lot of the times where we fail with unit tests, it's because of the database and migrations have been done. So yeah. So it's not a problem at all. All right, let's get back into this. So new scheduled object, we get the new scheduled object coming through. So we've got all the stuff. We've got the group list, which I'm gonna say that's now gonna be like that, but that's fine because what we do is we apply it there too. So we no longer pass through the group list. And this gives the user the ability to, yeah, remove groups from this, which would be nice, you know. So just solving the cube again. So I'll save the data. And this is where we should do the group stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that from there. So it saves it here. And then what we... Yeah, because we want it to connect to the template. And then here we want to do all of our magic. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of that empty space is I want to be like save all groups against the template. So for group in form.clean data, we have group list. And then what we want to do is we want to submit object template group equals object template group, which we're going to pull in. So 106. So we've got that. What we need is group. We need group ID equal to the group, the object template equal to the submit object template, and the change user equal to request.user. Yep, like so. And then what we want is submit object group save. And that's it. That will loop through everything and start submitting stuff. And let's test that. So I'm going to create a new object. Yeah, it just didn't boot in time. This is going to be a simple project. Simple project with groups. And we're going to include all groups. We're going to do this on a Tuesday, and we're going to create the project. Ooh, we've got a 500 issue. Let's have a look. Let's bump this to the left. Let's go to our network. Let's hit create again so we get this. It's probably not going to like something in our for loop. Group ID expected a number but got group. Yeah, all right. That was my bad. I should have just done group. Sorry, I didn't realize. I should have realized, because clean data, what will actually happen is it will clean it in the sense that it will assign those values to objects and send back an object. So I should have just used group. Not a problem. What we're doing is we're waiting a couple of seconds. We're going to resend this. We got a scheduled object 12. That's perfectly fine. We're going to just go to my scheduled objects. We're just going to hit play. And we've got our scheduled object in there. It's to do add-in lists and stuff like that. So we've definitely got to do that today. I feel like a lot of this will be very, very quick. So if we get to the database, we shuffle it like that. I can move that back now. So I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna put in NearBeach object template. We got to reopen up the database. Sorry. Object template group. Hit reload. Boom. We've got everything in there. Okay, cool. So this is where we use. It's going to draw circles. Let's do dotted. Yeah. Yeah, like that. I just think I wanted to do A, and I want it to be, click here. I'm going to say user group. Yep, user groups. Let's do another one of these. Let's just do it over here. Let's do it right here. And then we want some more text. We want to click on this, and we want to go template groups. Okay, and then what we need to do, oh, we've hit an ad break. Damn, I was hoping to get this in time. Oh, well, how is everyone going tonight? I just realized I have 666 followers. Oh God. All right, that's going on Twitter. There we go. Yep. That is just silly. Okay. All right. Sorry, got distracted. Yeah, just I don't know how that has happened. So yeah, it fluctuates my followers because I get a lot of bots following me during the stream, and then they of course get found out as bots, so they get moved, and yeah, that's the joys. The absolute joys. Okay, I don't know why I'm still playing with this. And we're back. All right, sorry. Welcome back, everyone. Cool. So we'll go back here. So we got template groups, sweet. And then what we want is this lovely section in here. So yeah, we just want this lovely section. So that's the Venn diagram for this particular solution. It should be pretty easy. It makes it a lot easier too because we're dealing with just a specific table for this. I don't want to actually move this into, yeah, I don't want to move this into the object assignment tables because technically this isn't an object, this is a scheduled object. Yeah, it's different. It's a different beast entirely. So what we want to do, permission-wise, we want to jump back over here. We're happy with the saving. There wasn't much that we actually implemented change-wise. It was pretty simple. So grab all objects assignments for the object template. So object assignment, object filter. So we still want all of this, or no, we actually just want we just want the group IDs and stuff like that. So this gets simplified. So we want object template group results equals object template group dot filter. What we need is deleted equals false. We don't want a null effect here. Oh wait, are we actually already doing it on the groups? Hold on. Where's object assignment? Oh, we already are. Yeah, I'm going to retro that. I'm going to get rid of that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to go to the object assignment. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove the template ID. If I can find it. All right, object assignment ID, assigned group, requirement item, project task, Kanban board, Kanban card, request, customer, organization. I don't know why customer is in here. Oh no, wait, yes it is because it can get connected to an object. Organization, object template. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of it from here. I feel like it's just overly complicated in here. So, yeah. And hey, Jay the developer, how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. So, what we want to do is we definitely want to rebuild the migration files. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write that down, rebuild migration files. So what I'll do is I'll delete the migration files I've done for the scheduler and rebuild them. I haven't done a release with them yet, so we're safe in that regard. You're good, damn Mondays though. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. 2 more weeks. and then I'm on holidays. Well, I've technically 2.5 weeks. I start holidays in the middle of the week. So, yeah. I'm going to be so excited that day. I probably have to go into work, hand over stuff, just do nothing, and be like, see you guys, bye. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back into it. So, we've got to change tasks, stuff like that. So I'm gonna, remove it from here. Because, we want it on a simpler sort of table. It's gonna be quicker and easier to do stuff. We don't need schedulers to be in here and so forth like that. So, what we want to do in here is we've got the object template results objects.filter, so is deleted, and then what we have in here is object template ID. We don't need to worry about it if it's null or not. That's it's the group ID in, and then we go user group .objects.filter, and then is deleted equals false, username equals request.user. And then we need to go .values and then group ID. So that will pull out all the groups that the user is connected to. Then we do the overlay with the object template with group results. So we get a list of object templates. From there, what we need to do is do this. So the object template ID in, and then we've just got the object template group results dot values, and then we're just pulling out the object template ID. So if we hit refresh, we should hit this. We've still got stuff in there. We go back, we've got the to-do list. All right, I'm gonna hit refresh again. I took off the breakpoint. I wanted to count how many we would get. We've got a query set of 1, which is correct. Cool. All right, so extract out a group list into its own table. We've just done that. I'm going to cross that out because we've just done it. Object template. Yep, we've done that. All right. We've got to rebuild the migration files. That's pretty easy to do to fix this. So let's do that right now because it's fresh in our memory. We can also hit 2 birds with 1 stone. We could eventually fix up the unit tests at the same time. So what I want to do is I want to go into NearBeach. I want to go into migrations. I want to scroll down, alter user job. But we haven't pushed this yet. I'm going to delete that. And I'm going to delete that. Because I think that was the last migration we pushed. I think. At least I'm hoping it is. All right, we're gonna have to double check that. How are we gonna check that? We've got release releases. So what we can do is we can jump into a release. We can actually look at 031, 031, which, oh God, 2 weeks ago. And that will be part of the master. So if I actually click on this particular thing, we've got all the code and we can just click on browse files. So we're now in that particular commit to that release. All we need to do now is go NearBeach, migrations, scroll all the way down to the bottom, 0028. All right, sweet. So we can actually modify this and everyone will be happy. And then we can fix this up at the same time. So now how to do this? Well, let's minimize this. Let's bump this over here. I'm going to actually clone the chat very quickly. I'm going to place it over here. So thus I can still talk to you guys. All right, I'm going to place you in the corner. I'm going to do this. We're going to stop this. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove NearBeach static. We're going to git checkout NearBeach static. It's our little hack. Git status. So we've made a couple of changes. First change, let's remove the database. The second change, let's go Python 3 manage migrate. All right, Python 3 manage load data, NearBeach. Hang on, sorry, give me a couple of seconds. I actually don't want to do that first. I want to copy the database. Then I want to load data, fixtures, and then I'm going to use the basic setup first because that's the easiest one to sort of set up. Then I want to go Python 3 manage no, I just want to move it to basic. All right, cool. Sweet. I then want to move the copy to db.sqlite. Sweet. And then I want to go Python 3 manage. And then we want to manage it so that way it is load data, NearBeach fixtures, NearBeach, and this will be no setup JSON. All right, cool. So now we've got two databases. What we're going to do is Python 3 manage make migrations. So we're making the migration file and now we're applying it to the fixtures. So Python 3 manage migrate. All right, cool. So okay, sorry, just needed to. So Python 3 benchmark rate, sweet, everything's done like that. Now we need Python 3 manage dump data. We dump it as, this is where I need help. Python 3 dump data. Now this is indent. It's going to be 2. Format is JSON, and we dump it into NearBeach fixtures. No setup. So we do the no setup one first, then we move this database, SQLite, no setup. Then we move back in, database, basic, like so, and we go Python 3, Python 3, manage, migrate. So yeah, we just migrate everything in, and then Python 3, we do the dump data again, and we should be happy. Then we go Python 3 manage test, and we double check that these particular unit tests will run. Ooh, they did not. Problem installing fixture. Could not load content types. Content type equals 45. Unique constant fail. Django. Oh, I've had this problem before. And I stupidly didn't write down how to fix it. Yes. And did I do a copy of the database? Yes, I should have done a copy of the database, or did I move it? All right. Okay, we've dealt with this problem before. All right, I think it's this that we needed to do. So what we're going to do, we're going to exclude, what is it? Content types. All right, cool. No more errors. Damn it. Trouble installing the fixture. Okay, let's do that. All right. I know we've done this before and we found a solution. I'm trying to remember how I did it. And did I write it down? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. We've done that. What's that error now? Django core serialized base. Problem installing fixture. All right, cool. Let's try that. No. Oh, hold on. I've only done it to one of the databases. So I should be going Python 3 manage load data from NearBeach fixtures basic to test that out. Yeah. Damn. All right. Oh, sorry. And this is occur trying to connect to the S3 bucket. Yep, that's fine. It's just because I don't have Minio turned on at the moment, and I really need to reinstall Docker Desktop, don't I? Deserialization. All right. Cool. All right. Live. So I'm going to retry this again with this, but what I need to do, I need to git checkout, git status first, see what files we actually changed, git checkout, NearBeach fixtures. So git, all right, remove database, ls. We did have a database copy, didn't we? Copy DB. No, we didn't. All right, Python 3 manage migrate. Sweet. I've realized that it is going to apply the latest migration file, which is going to be a problem. So remove DB, git status, git checkout. Oh, I can't because it's not committed. So remove NearBeach migrations 029. Git status. All right, sweet. So what we need to do is let's test this out on the SQL node database first. So I'm going to copy db.sqlite node to db SQL. Sorry. I'm going to go Python 3. Oh, I need to make the migration file. All right. Sorry. Python 3 manage. Migrate. That migrates everything in. All right. Sorry, getting distracted. So what I want to do is I want to Python 3 manage load data, NearBeach fixtures, basic setup. All right, cool. Now we want to go Python 3 manage make migrations, Python 3 manage migrate. All right, we're going to copy the database. Like so. All right, so we're happy with that. So we've got 2 copies of fully migrated databases. So let's go Python 3 manage dump data. Format is JSON. Indent is going to be 2. We're going to exclude these types. No longer do I need the mouse button. So Python 3 manage dump data, format JSON, indent to content types we're excluding, auth permission we're excluding, and we're going to dump that into NearBeach fixtures, and that's going to be the basic data. So if we go Python 3 manage load data, NearBeach fixtures, basic, I think that is... All right. Fuck. All right. What if I don't format it? What if I remove the database, Python 3, manage migrate, and I just remove the database again? And we load the data in, and it's just still... Why? Django core serialization, base serialization error problem, installing the fixture, NearBeach fixture. All right, let's have a look at the fixture. So we open up the fixtures, we've got NearBeach basic setup. And it's just that. I swear to you, it's just that. Okay. That was annoying. I'm going to roll back everything now. I'm going to go manage... let's remove the database. Let's copy the database basic across. Let's go Python 3 manage dump data, indent to format JSON. Let's dump that into NearBeach fixtures basic. Let's go like that. Anyway, we've just hit an ad break. We're going to fix this up in a second. But at the moment, sorry, I'm going to quickly grab a drink. Here is Socks. She's looking all like she's sleeping. Isn't that right, sweetie? She's like, what? What? Getting attacked too. I'll be right back. I just need a drink of water. So, yeah. All right, I'm back. You guys are almost back. Okay, welcome back everyone. Let's jump back into it. Let's go git status. So what we want to do is, let's just remove all this. Let's start from the ground up, realize what we've done wrong, and fix it up one by one. So we're going to remove the NearBeach migrations. Yep, that one. We're just going to remove all the databases. That's perfectly fine. And what we want to do, Python 3 manage migrate. Then we want Python 3 manage load data, NearBeach fixtures, and we're going to do the no setup first. Then we're going to move the database to there. Then we're going to rebuild the database, manage, migrate. I just dropped my water bottle everywhere. All right, so we've remade the database. So migration, load data, NearBeach fixtures. We need the basic setup. And hello, TW Timmy. How are you going tonight? I am fixing up so we've got a, where's my cloud? There we go. We've got a couple of failed CI/CD tasks, and the reason why they failed is just because the fixtures don't fit the database anymore, because we've made a couple of database migration or database structural changes. So what I've got to do is I've got to create the database, essentially load the data into the database, and then I've got to then apply the migrations to, yeah, it's a bit of a complicated step. So yeah, and then I'll be going back and what have I done? And then going back to fix up the scheduler and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll be doing a bit of everything today. How are you going, Tim? Tim. All right. I'm going to close that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go git status, git checkout, NearBeach fixtures. All right. Yeah, it's one of those things where you got to do it in a particular order. I've got to remove the database again because I've corrupted it. So Python 3 manage migrate. So this will migrate everything up to 0.28, which it does. Python 3 manage load data from the NearBeach fixtures. And then we want the basic setup. Trying to get the motivation to continue my project. Oh, fair enough. What is your project? And what are you hoping to do? Yeah. All right, sorry, I'm getting distracted with the cube. I should put that over there. Okay, so we've loaded the data up. Now what we want to do, Python 3, we want to copy the database and go database, SQL, and then basic. So we've got the flat, the 28s there. I'm doing a Twitch and Discord bot. Oh, fair enough. How far along is it? Is it minimal viable product, proof of concept, or is it a lot further and it's actually you're actually using it? Not very far. Fair enough. It's hard to get the motivation sometimes when you can't see the benefits from it, what you're doing. A lot of the things here, like for me, with NearBeach is when I'm building stuff, I can actually see the benefit and I can start using it. So I get motivation through that. So yeah, it's working, but I've not deployed it. Ah, okay, yep. Do you stream? And if so, I will give you a follow. There we go. Oh well, I'm following you just in case you do. Python 3. All right, so what we want to do, manage, make migration. So we're now implementing the change. So Python 3, manage, migrate. We're now making that change to the database. We're now going to copy the fixtures. So Python 3, manage, dump data. Format is going to be JSON. Indent is going to be 2. This is the basic one. So we're just going to dump it into there. And what we want to do is we want to open up this and delete this one line. Yeah, just in case you decide to stream, I'm already following. So Python 3, manage, load data, NearBeach fixtures, and then we just want the basic sort of one. It loaded. All right, cool. So we fixed that one. Let's remove this database now. Let's copy in the database. That is the no one. Let's go Python 3, manage, migrate. So we're now migrating those changes onto this database. And then we need Python 3, manage, dump data. Format is JSON. Indent is 2. This will be in the NearBeach fixtures and the no setup one. So we'll go over here with the code and we'll just delete that one line. Then what we want to do is we want to actually test to make sure it loads in. So Python 3, manage, load data, NearBeach fixtures, and then no setup. And that one loads perfectly fine. All right, cool. Now the moment of test. Python 3, manage, test. Oh, still got some E's. I don't know how. All right, let's scroll up. Oh God, this is going so far. All right, let's scroll down. Let's go over to here. Let's copy this. Let's go over here. Let's remove the database. Copy in the database with the no. Let's deal with the no first. Let's Python 3, manage, migrate. Yeah, that's the joys about this thing sometimes. Python 3, manage, dump data. There's just so many moving parts when dealing with a sort of migration and stuff like that, because yeah, your fixtures will be destroyed. You've got to think about your backend, how it interacts with the database now. Are your ORMs up to date and so forth? So yeah, it's indent to format to exclude the content types and the auth permissions, and let's dump that into NearBeach fixtures. No setup. Sorry, format is meant to be JSON, not 2. That was a brain fart. The human equivalent of having a bit flip. All right, Python 3. Sorry, let's remove this database. Let's copy in the database of the basic. Then we're going Python 3 manage dump data indent to format JSON that data to the NearBeach fixtures basic setup. You know why that's a problem? Because I forgot to migrate. Now it will work. Okay, cool. So when I say now it will work, we've got to delete these lines. And we've got to go Python 3 manage test. We have an F. We will fix that F. This is completely and utterly different. This is running perfectly fine. So the fixtures are now fixed. Okay, so what false is not true. All right, that is true as a statement. All right, cool. So what we can do is we've got home NearBeach test, specific bugs, test new instance, line 26, logged in user, assert true, user is active. False is indeed not true. That needs to go on a shirt. Yeah, I like it. All right. Oh, wrong way. So what we need to do is we need to minimize everything, open up this, we need to go into NearBeach, we need to go open up fixture, not fixtures, my brain. Tests, test specific bugs, test new instance. Now, I'm starting to have a feeling I didn't do this one correctly. So what we got to find is user admin in here. And no, they're not. I haven't done this one correctly. So, git status. As you see, Max is giving socks a lovely sniff. What I want to do is I want to remove NearBeach migrations 0029. Oh yeah, don't forget to drop. Ooh, all right. Let's see what I can do. Exclamation point drop. Feel free to put an emoji at the end, and that actually changes the emoji that is dropped. And then what I want to do is I want to remove the database. I want to copy the database node database here. Python 3 manage load data. Oh wait, I've got to check out the old data. Git check out NearBeach fixtures. NearBeach no setup. Cool. Then Python 3 manage load data. NearBeach fixtures no data. And hey there, Max, how are you? Hopefully you're going well. All right, so that should have added in our no setup. So this is a very specific case. What we should have in here is a user that hasn't ever logged in. And what actually happens is on first time login, that particular user gets full administration rights and stuff like that. There's a small little check in the system to be like, if there's no group information or permissions or anything like that set up in the system, it will run the setup. And the setup's really, really quick. It takes a fraction of a second. All right, cool. So Python manage load data, that should all be done. And then what we need to do Python 3 manage dump data in, not yet, because we need Python 3 manage make migrations. Did you want to come up here, buddy? Or are you just happy you're sitting there? You're happy sitting there? All right. He's just rubbing himself against the table. Python 3 manage migrate. Okay, now we need to dump the data. Python 3 manage dump data indent to format JSON. Paste those things into NearBeach fixtures, NearBeach no setup. Then I need to go over here. That's the basic setup. This is the no setup. And now we've got admin in there. Yeah, he's struggling. He's like, I can get up, buddy. You can get up. You can. He's like, I want to sleep on the bed. Is NearBeach for Teams? No. NearBeach is an open source project management system. So, for example, you can you can collect customer and organization data. You can create your own Kanban boards, your own projects and tasks, gather user requirements, and when you're ready to deploy, we've got requests for changes. So, yeah. Oh, Max, careful. Sorry, Max is pulling on my mouse. Yes, you can actually host it locally if you wanted to. It can be hosted in a Docker container, so we currently recommend hosting it in a Docker container. So there's this Docker container. I need to actually change this to remove that code very shortly. So this particular Docker Compose file will change very shortly. Yeah, you can also use Podman too. And I should write down that right now as a thing to do tonight. Change Docker Compose file on website. Write blog. About the change. So yeah, you can host it locally. You can host it on a Raspberry Pi if you really wanted to. So yeah. All right, so we do have admin in here. What I'm going to do, Python 3 manage tests. Hopefully we can get this up and running now. So we don't have, we've just got a basic time field notification warning. Those are fine, we can ignore them for the moment. It ran perfectly fine. So git status. So now, all right, so I've got to remove the database that. So we've got git add. Everything, because we're happy with everything. Git status. Yeah, we're definitely happy with everything. So we've made changes to the fixtures. We've fixed that. I shouldn't be adding that in just yet. But that's fine, I can revert it tonight. And object scheduler view. Yeah, all right, cool. Git fix to the circle CI CD deployment issues, testing issues. And what else are we doing? creating a simple database table for tracking groups assigned to scheduled objects. Good. So that should fix that. And we should see that fix up pretty quickly up here. So if we actually click in the fail, yeah, it's only the backend that was failing. So if we go back here, it is running. It'll take, the backend doesn't take as long as the front end. The front end actually takes some time. So we'll let that run there. It will top up green up here when it's done. So yeah, it looks like we'll need to remember that and that going forward. Okay, not a problem. Cool. Anyway, just gotta sorry, I'm just organizing something at the moment. Give me 2 seconds. All right. Cool. Sorry about that. All right. This is run. This is fine. Perfect. So we'll just fix that issue. Now let's get back into creating this to make it to show all the schedules and stuff like that. All right. So if you guys are familiar with NearBeach, you know that we're moving to cards instead of tables. Ooh, I've been logged out. Not a problem. Let's go back in. I'm actually going to log out. Oh, all right. So because I've deleted all the databases and all that kind of stuff, what I'm doing right now is I'm creating a database with an own set point. Load data. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is load data. So I've been doing it for like the last hour, and I'm just gonna love it when your brain's like, "Is that correct?" And of course it is correct, but your brain's just a bit slow. Okay, let's not do that. Let's actually jump in as dark admin. Okay, cool. So what we need to do is we need to add a scheduled object. This hasn't been built, has it? It's because it's been going through Git. All right. npm run watch. We definitely need to run our watch. So what has happened there is I just didn't have those specific files that are required, and I am going to do that. I'm just making sure 20 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. He's no setup streaming. Okay, cool. All right, that looks strangely haunting. All right, let's just hit refresh. So there's nothing at the moment, so let's schedule a task to actually happen. Monthly reports or weekly reports. Let's go weekly reports. So we've got all this. Let's say the reports have to start on a Monday. Let's say this is for the QA team too. Let's create this. We don't actually have the setup view done yet. We're also going to try and tackle that today. So we have the scheduled objects. This should now appear in here. We've got a to-do and add-in list. So if you're familiar with NearBeach, we're moving away from tables into these lovely little cards. So they're just simple sort of cards. I should also turn off Dark Reader on localhost. Off. All right, cool. So yeah, these are just object cards. So we'll be doing the same thing in here. And a lot of the time, the content inside the card itself can sort of change and so forth like that. So you see, we've got the status and the detail. So yeah. All right, cool. Oops, I wanted this page. I'm just going to close everything, close all tabs. Let's just get our head in the right frame of mind. So we've got source, JavaScript, components, we got object scheduler, and we've got the scheduled objects in here. What front-end framework do I use? So I'm using VueJS for the front-end framework. So yeah, Vue. For the backend, I am using Django, so Python. So we've got to just add in these particular lists now. So that shouldn't be too hard to do. What we can do is let's make sure we do this in the source components directory. So as you see, we've got a render object card. We've got a dashboard to do. And we've got public requirement. So it's okay if I reuse this. Any reason not to use VueJS for the backend as well? I don't think it can. However, don't quote me on that. You can use other things like Node and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't have. Oh no, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. So VueJS is mostly a front end sort of thing. So as for it being used in the backend, I haven't heard of it being used in the backend. However, that being said, they've ported JavaScript everywhere. So just got an ad break. I don't know if you are in the ad break, Tim. If you are, don't worry, I won't answer your questions whilst in an ad break. So, but if you're here, just say something. Otherwise, you get to see socks. Probably in the corner. Just done with those. Oh wow, those were short. All right. Again, I've had some really short ads on here too. I'm just gonna. All right. So Node. Oh, I keep doing that. I am just gonna grab the wiki for you. I'm gonna jump back into here. Okay, cool. I'm kind of cheating. I'm just going to the wiki. As the Node is a cross-platform open source JavaScript runtime environment that can run on Windows and all that kind of stuff. So essentially, you can set up Node to for your backend sort of stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff built on top of it. So yeah, you can run JavaScript everywhere. That's including the server. So for example, Node.js server. Alright, cool. So this allows Node.js to handle thousands of concurrent connections with a single server without introducing the burden of management or thread concurrency and so forth like that. So that's one option for the backend. As for backend sort of stuff, I'm very agnostic when it comes to sort of backend. So Django, I would say, is pretty good. If you know Python, you can set up a Django web server very, very quickly. If you know PHP, you can set up Laravel, which is also another one that I have used in the past, been meaning to get back into it. Otherwise, there's, if you know C#, there's .NET. So you can set up a .NET sort of project and stuff like that, so that can act as the back end. Otherwise, yeah, you do have your JavaScript backend frameworks. Yeah, you do have your Express.js. I haven't used Sails, haven't used Koa, haven't used Happy, haven't used Nest. Haven't used any of those, sorry. But yeah, done. I think I did Express a while ago, but just playing around with it. Then there's Next, Adonis. I haven't used Adonis. So yeah, you've got quite a lot of choice for what you want to use as the backend. But yeah, I don't think you can use actually, let me reread your question. Any reason not to use JavaScript for the backend as well? I don't say that it is a reason not to. You've got plenty of solutions out there nowadays. Especially if you're playing and learning around, I would say learn these particular frameworks, because the more you learn how each framework works, the sort of better a dev you become, because you understand different concepts. So yeah, essentially, yeah, it can boil down to a personal choice. In my case, I use Django because about 8 years ago, I was getting frustrated with some tutorials on PHP where I was noticing quite a lot of tutorials were getting users to write in very bad SQL injectable code. And I was like, all right, cool. There's not enough tutorials out here to actually show me how to do this correctly. Can I use Python? And I came across Django and I started using it, and I was like, you know what? I am going to build NearBeach on this. I'm using Node, but no framework. Okay, fair enough. Having a framework does help. It does speed up your development time, because you're not having to build the framework and build your product, unless you're actually just wanting to build a framework, in which case I say go ahead. Especially if you're curious how it works or how it can work. Because it becomes learning, it becomes experience. Alright, so back here. So I'm going to use, we're just going to open up the public requirement item list. Yeah, we're going to use this. Oh no, that doesn't. Let's look at the render object. Now the thing is, I could potentially use the render object. So import variables, we've got the header, prefix, ID, title, and status. We could potentially use this. And this will just save us time. Does Python sanitize inputs for SQL injections? Yeah, I'm going to, when I say yes, I'm referring to Django. So do you know much about ORM? So, ORM, I keep forgetting what the acronym stands for. It's object a relational mapping. All right. So, essentially, I'm boiling this down. You've got your database over here. And you got your code over here. I'm sorry, my tablet's not working very well tonight, so there's a bug. I'm terrible at drawing. So you'll have a table. Let's say you got table A or tab A, and it's got a bunch of fields in it and so forth like that. In your code, you'll have a class called the same, and it'll have a list of all the fields in here. And I'll show you in a minute what this looks like. And the best thing is, so I'm using Django. I'm just going to leave it as that because I'm terrible at writing. And what that will do is that will connect between the database and your code. So that will also sanitize everything. Oh, you think you get the concept? All right, cool. Anyway, let me show you the code, what it looks like. So if we actually go into our models, and let's actually go to project. So this is my project table. It's pretty simple. I've got a project ID, project name, project description. I've got an organization, which is a foreign key. I've got a customer. I've got start and end date, the status of it, which is actually a list of project statuses, which is a foreign key. I've got the story points, which I haven't actually re-implemented. That will actually happen, so please ignore those. And so forth like that. So I've got a bunch of fields in here. If we have a look at the database itself and actually go to NearBeach projects, you'll see that those exist in here, like so. Now, for sanitizing, if we go over to my forms, and I look for, I think it's new project form. Here it is, new project form. So the front end will send a form data to the back end. And we'll have project start in there. We'll have project end date. Now, the reason why I've got it like this is because I'm slightly modifying the data. I'm like going, all right, cool. When you get the data, this is the format the data is going to be in. So this is why these are here. I've got a group list, and all this is doing is, hey, this is a model multiple choice field. So it gets that data from the front end. It runs it through this query set to see if it matches anything. And then it's like, all right, cool. This particular data will match this particular data from the group. I've got a UUID. Because this is a particular, Django has forms model form and forms form. This is a forms model form, so it actually connects to a table directly. I'm saying, okay, cool, project name will come through. So if it goes back into the model, it'll look up project. All right, cool, that's a character field. Project description, all right, it'll go back into the model, be like, all right, that's a text field. Let's match that up and clean that data. So what actually happens is if we actually go to our view, and go new project save. So I get the data that's sent from the front end. It gets placed into this new project form. What actually happens, once again, it goes into here, all the data will connect up and so forth like that. Very similar to this. It'll connect up with what was sent from the front end into this particular thing. And then from there, Django does its magic. So you can't inject or anything like that. And also, as a bonus, it checks to make sure the form is valid. Yeah, there's static typing for these particular fields. Because the idea being is if we scroll down here, now I'm not doing anything with the dates down here, but this particular field expects a date field. This particular field expects a date field. So what actually happens is with the formed clean data, we go, all right, cool. We want to clean the project start date. So it'll go into here, it'll do its magic thing, and it will clean the data. So, yeah. And there's other things I can do with it. So, for example, I can get the lists from there and all that kind of fun stuff. So, yeah. You'll find a lot of frameworks nowadays will have something similar to this. So I'm trying to remember the one for .NET, and I cannot, for the love of me, remember what it is. I know there's an inbuilt one for .NET. Yeah, but I forgot what it's called. So, Laravel ORM. Laravel's got Eloquent. For its .NET ORM. Oh, there's Entity and Dapper. Oh, yeah, fair enough. That could also work. If it's built into the framework, you can always rely on the frameworks one. So, yeah. So, yeah, for example, Dapper. If you got .NET stuff, Dapper. It's MIT, so, yep. MIT licensed, sorry. Shouldn't say MIT, I should say MIT licensed. So you can use it. You can actually get the source code. In fact, they don't have the release here, do they? There you go. So, yep. Now, the ones I've talked about with the backend today, this is just a little side topic. I've just remembered this. So Django, Laravel, .NET are all model view controllers. So, yeah, it's a nice little pattern for developing software and stuff like that. And I actually really like this sort of pattern for my backend. So, yeah. Anyway, getting back into this. So, I think we can get into the render object card. I think we can utilize this. So what I want to do is render object card. I want to actually see how we're calling it. So search results. We've got the search results. Oh, does that do? It does the whole card and everything like that. It doesn't do a single... Alright, that might not work. You like that too? Yeah, no, I like the model view controller. It's a nice little pattern. All right, the one reason why I'm probably not going to use this is because if it's... Actually, no, we could potentially use it. That's just a div. That's just an object card list. Give me 2 seconds. I am just double checking all of this. So if I inspect this, object card list, yeah, that... Oh... No, it's gonna render the header in there. Okay. I mean, I could make it so that the header, if it isn't null, don't show it. It's a good thing to learn. You will, as you sort of progress and stuff like that, you will need to start using a database. Yeah, I would first start off with a relational database like MySQL, Postgres, Oracle, and so forth like that. And then later on, what you could potentially do is you can start branching out into NoSQL, like using Mono database. Hang on. Mongo database. I knew I said it wrong. Which is more of the NoSQL sort of stuff, which is also a lot of fun. I'm just, yeah, it's a NoSQL sort of approach to database design and so forth like that. You've got other sort of databases too. Yeah. I've used Mongo database for a mapping tool before because it had quite a lot of tools to help me with the maps that I didn't need to develop. It was all inbuilt into it. So the idea was a person would be like, all right, cool, we need to have data rendered out on a map, which we were able to do. And then we needed to, because there was so much data, we needed to actually sort of cull it down to only include a 20-kilometer range. And doing that in the Mongo database was so easy. It was built in to do that. So, yeah, which was really cool. All right, so I could, in a sense, have it like this: v-if import variables.header does not equal that. That would work in our case. So that would disappear. And then we get each card rendering. I think that will work flawlessly. And it won't break anywhere else because, hey, we're importing that data. So, associated objects, what we've got is project variables. I am actually going to go down to this implementation, and what I'm going to do is 72 to 78. Yep. Going to copy that. I'm going to go and I'm going to paste that in the wrong spot because I like to confuse myself. We have some data that we want to return, and I'm just going to paste this in. What we're actually going to do is we're going to, all right. Oh, I should have also reported them. All right. Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, give me a couple of seconds. Sorry. You can actually report this person. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I just had to report them and stuff like that. Yeah, me too. But I can fully understand how hard it is, because the instant you figure something out and stuff stops working for them, they're going to find another way to get around it. So it's a constant race, back and forth type of situation. So yeah, and then you don't want to block the bots which make, you know, your chat useful. So for example, Nightbot is a bot, obviously. And I've got Nightbot actually sort of chatting to chat where it's like, hey, I've got a YouTube channel. Hey, I'm going to drop. Hey, this is my long-term goals and stuff like that. So yeah, you got that sort of fine line, and talking about the drop, it just happened. Cheers. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. But yeah, that's the first time I've ever had an OnlyFans link in. Anyway, I'm going to drop Judgmental Lily. She's just going to judge that bot. So, yeah. Anyway, what we've got scheduled object. So, I'm going to go schedule variables. Like that. So, we've got a header. And it's going to be nothing. We've got a prefix, and we're going to have sketch in there. We've got an ID. Ooh. Ooh, what's the ID going to be? I don't know. Let's actually have a look. Ooh, I don't have that there. So I don't know yet. We'll leave that for the moment. We're going to have a title. We don't know that yet. We're going to have a status, and we don't know that yet. And hey, Adrian learned. How are you? The blocked term support wildcards. So I've added the link shortener URLs that they use. Yeah, I know Chris Griffin blocks people's first link. So the idea is, if you go to his channel and he hasn't added you to the regulars yet, when you post the link, it will automatically just delete that link. And I think I should set up something similar. And like, he's on it straight away. Like, if he sees that your message has been deleted and it's a proper link, he'll add you to the regulars and so forth like that. So, yeah. And how are you, Adrian? Blocking someone's first link should find the source code on GitHub. Yeah. Wait, sorry, that popped up. I literally was reading your comment, went to the next line, and the Nightbot posted, so I started reading that comment. Blocking someone's first link should be a feature on Twitch. I think there's a user voice for that. Yeah, it should. Supports wildcards. Yeah, that would be awesome. Doing all right. How are you doing? Getting a bit warmer. It isn't getting a bit warmer here, but give it 2.5 weeks and I'll be jet setting off to where it's going to be really warm. Poor little socks here will be left at my partner's place. We're getting cats that are in. Oh, I forgot to text them. Oh, all right. I'll have to text them tomorrow. Give me 2 seconds. I've got to write that down so I don't forget. It's a little too late to text them now. Oh, sweet. All right, cool. All right, text. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah, a couple of weeks I'll be a lot warmer. I can't type today. Don't worry, I can never type at all. All right, so we're going to do a refresh. That's fine. That's just, we're putting in random stuff. Oh, the view is detected on this page. It's this little bug again. There we go. There's our little view guy. So scheduled object, we want to go down here. We want to go and check the scheduled object. So, actually, I'm going to say let's not use the render object functionality. And the reason being is I can see this is fine. This will work perfectly fine for most other cases. I think in this particular case, we need something custom. And that's perfectly fine. And I realized I just closed it when I actually needed it. Oh damn, I should just do this properly. And welcome, 3090K. How are you going? Hopefully you're going well. I better turn off my mod things just in case a cat decides to sit on the mouse at the very inappropriate time. Knowing them, they do that. Alright, whoops. Alright, source, JavaScript. We want components, we want render. And what we want is render object card. And I'm just going to nick this. Oh, and Socks has gone. All right, it's back to my face. Hey, everyone. Yes, I have 2 cats at the moment. So one's mine, one's my partner's. They both live at mine. Yeah. We have, Socks and Max. So Socks is a little tuxedo cat that was in the bed just before, and now she's gone back to bed. And Max is, yeah, the brown one, who is very rarely on this stream. So he likes to hide. However, he's been very adventurous lately. So yeah, he has been jumping up into stream. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do that. I'm going to paste this in. Gonna move my keyboard away from Socks's butt because she's gonna want to sit down. And I've got to move this up by 2. And this down by 1. Alright. You have 2 tuxedos. Yep. I used to have another one called Amputee Amber. I don't know if... which apparently is also a human. Okay, I'm glad I searched for these images on my spare screen because some of them are quite upsetting in the sense that it's like they've just post-op. Poor little things. Do I have an image? Oh, and we've hit another ad break. All right. Whilst we're on the ad break, I'm going to find another picture. Because I am not sure if I've got it on here. Oh, I've got to log in. All right. Oh, hang on. Oh, I've got way too many pictures. Alright. Yeah, way too many pictures. Alright. Oh, that's a bit sad. And welcome back, everyone. Oh, I don't have an image of her on this computer. Oh, damn. Alright, I thought I did. Okay. I know I've got plenty on my phone. I do have one on my watch, but the one problem is half my watch face is gone. I've got a new watch coming. Alright, so in here we got the div else. Yeah, we want the div else there. Or do we? No, we don't. What we want. Yeah, no, I think we do. I think we have to. I don't know why it's like that. It should be like that. Okay, cool. So we don't have search results. And don't forget to drop everyone. So we can get rid of all this. What we have is scheduled object results. So I'm just going to copy that. I am going to paste this over in here. And I should have said you can do an emoji at the end. And any emoji and it will work. So I'm going to do amputee Amber, which was my first emoji. And she was in the cat carrier for that one. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So we need object card lists, don't we? Yeah, I need to key that in up here. So that does actually go like that. And then we go class equals object card list. All right, cool. So object card list results, yada yada, that is fine. What we have, root URL, it won't be this, it'll actually be scheduled information, I think. All right, let's actually have a look. Schedule. New scheduled object, new scheduled object. Scheduled object information. Sorry, it should be this one. Scheduled object information, and yep, cool. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of this. Scheduled object information. Yes, yeah. So I do upload the vast majority. They are a couple of weeks behind. The idea being when I go on holidays and come back, I'm going to set up YouTube at the same time. So I'll be streaming both on YouTube and on Twitch. And I've got to rejigger quite a bit of my sort of setup. I want to sort of change the defaults, quite a lot of the defaults. So one of the defaults is I want to refix my screen so you guys can see the vast majority of it. As you know, it goes, some of the screen goes under the chat. I want to fix that up, make it look nice. I also want to have actions when someone like follows or I get rated and stuff like that. I want to change those default actions. So yeah, I am slowly getting to it. It's just when I've got time, and hopefully when I come back, I'll be like, all right, cool, I'm going to do all this stuff because I'm now excited. With this is results, import that. We can simplify this. This can be a result dot, and then what we're going to do is we're going to bump over into here and we're going to see what this all is. In fact, we're going to change all of this. So it should actually be scheduled object ID. I keep screwing up there. Because should do that and do that. All right. It is a very scarce commodity. So yeah, and I think hopefully when I get back, I will have a client, a potential client. So yeah, it's not a big build. It's about, I quoted 17 hours, so that's probably going to be 4 streams worth of building, stuff like that. I do some of it off stream. So yeah, I'll hopefully get to do a WordPress build. All right, so we want this. We want the detailed link and the detailed description. Okay, and then we've got this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to yank this. I'm going to paste this and then delete this. I'm going to do that, and that should be fine. Every now and then I do freelance. I don't go out of my way for freelancing. So with freelancing, a lot of the time you actually spend finding clients, trying to pull clients in and dealing with the clients and so forth like that. There's no protection between you and the client as compared to when you work in a digital agency or sort of startup or something like that. So yeah, if you ever did want to do freelancing and stuff like that, my recommendation is essentially building up a portfolio of either WordPress, Embargo, or any other sort of CMS where you've got different designs and so forth like that you can easily go, all right, cool, the client wants this, this, and this. I'm going to use this design as the base. I'm going to change it to make it look like how they want. So yeah, that would be my recommendation. And that's what I got to build up. So that's why I don't freelance at the moment also. Another reason why I don't freelance. So I've got to build that up. So yeah. And I'm terrible with designing stuff. However, I'm getting a little bit better. So yeah. All right, so we've got the detailed link. So we've got the free, so this will be schedule. And then we just want the, oops, schedule object ID. All right, cool. And we're going to call it, now the title, it's where we go back in. I don't think we've got title. But we have a bunch of data. We should have start date, end date, shouldn't we? Or am I filtering that out? It does take a little bit of practice, but hey, it's something that is very achievable. Very achievable. My recommendation, if you did want to head towards that path, look up, you just got to do some research. Like you would look up the designs and so forth like that. So you come into here, you open it up, you're like, all right, cool, that's a pretty nice design. How would I use that? And so forth like that. Start reading up on designs, start implementing it, break down a website into sections and components and so forth like that. So this top section is just a hero. So it's literally, it's an icon followed by a header 1, followed by a p tag, followed by a simple image. That's one section. This other section, which I actually really like, is it's literally just text. I've just separated it from the other sections, and then bang, another color to separate from another section, bang, another color to separate it from another section, bang, the footer's like that. If we go into our blogs, the blogs are not as advanced as that. but I break things up with an image. I really like that image. I took that in Fiji. That little guy was cute. So you hate doing UI stuff? Oh, fair enough. It takes a lot of practice. Talking about components. So this is a component here. So this alert is just one little tiny component that I can put anywhere. So it doesn't necessarily need to be in one sort of section. And in fact, that can move around and all that kind of stuff. Another site I'm currently building is my own sort of personal site and stuff like that. And once again, yeah, the header is one section that changes. So I'm going to actually bump it off in where I'm not logged in. As you see, I've done a lovely border around it. I've tried making it a little bit retro and all that kind of stuff. And then I've got blogs and so forth like that. And yeah, I've got to really work on these, on the writing of the blogs and so forth like that. So yeah. That is as good as my design gets, by the way. There are people who are a lot better than me at that. And then you can do some funky stuff. So have a look at design.google. And just everything that they do here. Like, look at where the cursor is and what it's doing. And stuff like that. So, yeah. Of course, not everyone needs such a fancy site and stuff like that, but you can nick little tiny ideas from here, being like, oh, I like that. I'm going to apply it at this sort of level or change it slightly and stuff like that. I don't like the circle because I don't know exactly what I'm clicking on. But it is kind of cool how it does what it does. Pizza. All right. Getting back into this. So with the title, I'm going to look at the backend for a very quick moment. So object scheduler. So what we're pulling out is these values. So schedule next run, last run is active. Oh, do we have an is active? I don't think we have an is active. And damn you, Nightbot. Always landing right on it. We've got an is deleted. Oh yeah, and don't forget to drop everyone. yeah. I think because I've made Nightbot drop at a particular time frame, I think what actually happens, and this is a fluke, is that it hits the optimal point in time to drop constantly. So yeah, Nightbot constantly makes the little target. So I'm going to use Judgmental Lily to try and beat Nightbot. And no, she didn't. Alright, with the database. Okay, so we don't have is active, is frequency. We've got frequency attribute. We've got the frequency. We don't have last run. Down, down. Did I take that out? Or am I on the wrong table? I'm on the wrong table. All right. What table did I want? I want something scheduled. Schedule object. No, that's sprint. Scheduled object. All right. Last run. Ah, okay, so it's null. We do actually have it. We don't have an end date. All right, cool. So what we want to do is we've got number of repeats and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, we definitely want quite a lot of this data in there. So the idea being is it will show quite a lot of information, so people can be like, all right, this is the one I created. I need to edit this one. And did we have a title? We don't actually have a title. And I'm just wondering, can we actually pull that title? We should. No. We should be able to pull the title very easily through the template stuff, but we're sending quite a lot of information. I need to use JSON to get to that bit of information. Not quite worth it. The idea being is if I were to do it, I would have a field to actually land that in. Yeah. Oh, yep, don't forget to drop everyone, exclamation point drop, and add your emoji of choice. I'm doing Grumpy Max. Someone woke him up. Okay. Ooh, Grumpy Max is gonna make it. There we go, 52. And you did the beach houses. Let's see if... Ooh, close. I reckon if you were just that little bit higher and came back, I reckon you would have got it. Okay. So now I need to decide what I want to put on here. I think I do need a title. All right. So rebuild the migration files. And we push those changes. So now I need a new migration file. I can't delete it. And I don't want to go through having to redo the databases again. All right, cool. So what we need to do is have a title. And have the objects update the title. Which is not hard. No, it's not hard to do. Yeah. All right, I'm just going all over the place there. I shouldn't have done that. So what we want to do is we want to edit our models. And we want scheduled objects. What is it called? Scheduled. There we go. And we've got an ID. We've got the last run. I'm just going to have up here. So we're going to have max length is going to be 255. All right, and we just bump over to here. I'm just going to stop this for a second. I can't see past Ox's head, so I'm just going to do that. Python 3 manage, make migrations. We're going to provide a one-off, and that one-off is going to be called not git push, sorry. Python 3 manage migrate. And that will fill in anything. I don't think it'll break our tests, but we should check. Because if it does break our test, it might be ideal for me to go back and rewrite the 0029 migration. Okay, it doesn't break our tests. Sweet. All right, so in here, what we've done is we've just added that in. We're going to go to our object schedule. We've got our object schedule ID. We're going to have our title. We're going to have our last run, our next scheduled run, and so forth like that. These will be calculated. So if this comes out null, it means no run. Not applicable. Next scheduled run is active, is... We don't actually have that, do we? Do we? Is active, yeah, it's just Boolean. I don't know why it comes as undefined. That's fine. Frequency, we've got frequency attributes. Yeah. All right, that's fine. Object template ID. That's all fine. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh. All right, object template JSON. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I should be happy with that. Okay, I'm gonna close this, I'm gonna close this, I'm gonna open up this. I am going to go through this and we're gonna edit stuff in here. For the status, it's just gonna be a, because we didn't pass through the status, isn't that right? All right, scheduled objects, let's open this up. Is active, yeah, it's undefined. Okay, so we've got a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a breakpoint here. I'm going to hit refresh and we're going to find out what has happened. Now, for those that don't know, that particular field should be a Boolean, and it might be actually causing it to change because the Boolean might come through as true with a capital T, and it might be trying to change it and it just doesn't. However, I don't know. That's why we're adding in the breakpoint. So before we actually process this one line, we're going to actually have a look at the scheduled object results, which is just down here. So we can open this up. We can go with our query. We should see results. Is active true. All right, cool. So I'm just going to move that forward, and then we got the scheduled results. Is active true. So it does lowercase it. So that should be fine. And then I'm pretty sure we don't use that particular field until we load it in and send it to the front end. All right, so that means something else. I'm going to put on the standing desk. I'm leaning too far forward. I'm getting the prawn. What is it called? Like the prawn posture. Oh, thank you very much. Good timing. No, and you think that says far up? Oh yeah, that's as far up as it goes. I'm a tall person, so. All right. Let's just hit play. I want to see what happens. I'm going to close that. We don't need that. We don't need the forms. We don't need the profile views. We've got the scheduled objects. I'm going to have a scroll down here. So it should be coming through. So what I'm going to do Just realized that we have a problem, but we're going to view page source. We're going to scroll all the way down. Realize that okay. Get rid of that. Oh, what have I changed? I think I know what I've changed. I stopped the watch. Now we're just going to wait a little while and get this all done. Okay. Ooh, one other thing I wanted to do. Departing. All right, cool. All right, that's been built. Let's go back into here. Let's add in this. Ooh, yeah. All right. I've broken something, and what have I broken? I don't know. All I can think of is I've broken something up here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to delete this. All right, and that's fine. Okay. That is not going to be PK. That is going to be actually. Like so. I think this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Date, time. All right, and that's not going to work. I think that's why things aren't working. Wait a few seconds, hit reload. So close. Property true was accessed during render, but not is defined on instance. Property none was accessed during render, but not defined on instance. All right. Down. You know not to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do that. Oh, and I have an ad break. All right. There you go. Welcome again. Down, down. Hey. Trying to take my stream away. Give me it. Come on. You get force paddles now. Yeah, force paddles. You know what they're like. Here you go. I'll move 2 hands now. She's like, oh god, no, not the force cuddles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, sweetie. Alright. Anyway, we are at least getting somewhere. What's the time? It's 9:20. I probably have half an hour left. So, yeah. I'm hoping I can get this screen up, and then hopefully tomorrow I can get more. Fingers crossed. So, yeah. I gotta think, oh, I've got to book a hair appointment too. Oh, I've got so much on. Oh, I need a haircut. My hair's quite unkempt. So yeah, I keep remembering to do stuff and so forth like that, and I'm just like, oh. Anyway, welcome back. How many people are working on NearBeach? So in reality, it's me. However, I do actually have people helping in other different ways. So I do have people helping me with some of the coding. So Nocturnal has actually helped a fair amount in that. I do get quite a lot of ideas and bug reports through people who do use it, so which is also contributing to open source, might I add that. And I do have people donating to the Patreon and on Twitch and stuff like that, which also does help. So hopefully those donations will go towards, if our stars align and stuff like that, hopefully they go towards someone who has a bit of UI UX to come in and be like, you need this fixed up, you need this fixed up, and so forth like that, and help us really design a couple of our interfaces or redesign them, because at the moment we're using plain bootstrap type of stuff. Okay. All right, something's gone wrong. So this is working. I'm just going to recompile. And let's see what happens. Because I've made a change somewhere, and that's just cause a hydrate issue. This particular component isn't that complicated. So it's re-rendered. All right, cool. We got it back. It just needed to recompile. Sometimes that happens. So we got nothing in there, which is fine. So we go back to the code, and what we're doing is we're going to re-enable some parts, like so. All right, so we got the card thing in there. Sweet. I'm just gonna, that should do that. Because we have that, we have that. All right, cool. We got insert title, and that will actually go to the correct place. I think, yeah, us just fixing these particular, what was here, I think fixed it, and then we just needed to recompile. Because every now and then the watch won't do its job properly. All right, you are running ESM bundler build of Vue, which expects compile time feature flags to be globally injected via the bundler config in order to get better tree shaking in the product bundle. All right, I don't know why this only appears on this particular page. Cool, I'll go through it at a later date. Property none was accessed during render, but is not defined on instance. All right. Property true was accessed during render, but not defined on instance. All right. Sweet. So we got stuff rendering, insert status, get time, all that kind of stuff. So now we can actually look at the view. We can open up this object. So I'm just going to open it up a little bit better. So we've got scheduled object title, which we'll put here. We got the scheduled object. Yep, that's fine. The is active and last run. Don't know why they're like that. So let's actually view page source. Huh. All right. That's the templates. We should be seeing View page. Do that again. Returns a new query set. This is not right. All right. Downloads. Yep. Save. Open. I was hoping to get you to show it in the format. Ugh. Is that not a HTML file? Yeah, this isn't correct. This is an error message. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to close those windows. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to stop the server. I'm going to rerun it. Because something has happened that's causing an issue. Hey, get back. I'm going to rerun it. I'm going to open up this object. We're still not getting some stuff in here. But if I go over here to the debugger. Okay, so we get the scheduled objects. That's an SVG, that's just JavaScript, that's just JavaScript, that's just Java and JavaScript, and a PNG. So this is Alright, so don't know what's going on, but if I view the page source, this is not NearBeach. None of this is NearBeach. And I don't know why it's doing this for the page source. And if we go back over here, internal server error. And here we go. Type int argument must be a string, as bytes like all real objects, not simply lazy loaded. So we just go through this very, very quickly. We're actually looking for where we call it. And what we're looking up. So object scheduler line 185. So user group. Oh. I know what's going wrong. At least I think I do. So when I'm actually viewing the page as source, am I not logged in? Is that the problem? One way to find out is what you do is you go to the dashboard and you would do view page source and you got the login form, username and the password and the forgotten password. So that's what's going wrong. Yeah, the view page source is not sending the tokens where we logged in and so forth like that. So yeah, all right, that just reminds us that we've actually got to implement that functionality properly. Okay. Well, now that I know that, it's gonna be hard figuring out why this isn't rendered correctly. So I'm just going to render it to the page. So I hate that. Sorry, if you guys are noticing, every time I switch desktops, it pops up the last like the last widget I was using, and it always confuses me. I'm like, switch over, and I'm like, oh, I haven't switched over, and then I switch over more, and I'm just like, oh my god. I swear to you, I know how to use Linux. Alright, so NearBeach. We want the templates, we want the NearBeach. We want something. Sorry, I've absolutely lost track. We want the object scheduler. And we want the scheduled object. So what we're going to do is down here, we're just going to go scheduled object results. And I'm just going to have a lovely headed one, scheduled object results. All right. And I keep hitting F1. I don't believe I hit F1 that time. So I'm going to hit refresh, and down here it is rendered. So last run, none. Next scheduled, none. Is active, true. All right. That's our issue. So we've got a couple of options. Sorry. We could convert it to a boolean. Sorry, not a boolean, sorry. We could convert it to an integer, so 0 1s. Or on the VueJavaScript side of thing, we just convert it to a string. I don't think it's going to take that as a string because it's not in quotation marks. Yeah, this is... Okay. How can I fix this? I can annotate the database, so we lowercase it. All right, let's actually see if that's possible. So let's Google Django RM annotate true to true. All right, so this is dealing with variable differences. So with Python, and I'm going to be very broad and say JavaScript here because this covers other JavaScript frameworks too. So if we've got a boolean, which is either true or false, in Python it is true and false. All right. Sorry, my drawing skills with my mouse suck. I understand that. In JavaScript, we'll also have a bool. However, it's true and false. I am so sorry. This writing is terrible. And I think the drop is getting in the way. All right, cool. The drop's out of the way. So the main problem is it's a capital T for Python, lowercase for JavaScript. And so, yeah, it's case sensitive. So a good way to play around with this is if we actually open up our console at the moment and go A equals true, it comes true. But if we go B equals true, it doesn't know what that is. So yeah, what we could potentially do is if you've got B equals true, passing through as a string, you can always just go C equals B dot to lower case. I don't know if that's a function, equals true. There you go. Sorry, it was a method. I needed to include the little brackets there. You could always do something like that to convert it. And that will work perfectly fine. for those particular cases where it might be a lowercase t also. So, yeah, and if, for example, b equals false, it also works that way too. So I just thought I heard one of the cats banging something. Excuse me 1 second, the cat's trapped in the bathroom. All right, poor little Socks, she got trapped in the bathroom. Anyway, so with this problem, we need to actually convert it. And we do a couple of conversions elsewhere for other sort of structures and stuff like that. However, this is in JSON. So it's just a little bit harder. And what we could potentially do yeah. All right, let's have a look at what this person's done. I've actually found a way with Django's new 1.8. I'm just going to put on dark mode. There you go. Oh, I hate when that happens. Did you get stuck, sweetie? Yeah, someone knocked the lock, didn't they? All right, from Django models, case when value into field. So their object filter, they do the filters, annotate image count equals count images, annotate have images equals case when image count greater than 0, then value 1. All right. I think we can easily do this. Now I'm trying to remember. We've got the conversion, the Boolean conversion issue. Yeah, all good. So we've got a is active with true, but it's a capital T because, you know, Python loves capital T's. So what I was thinking is we could either send it down as a string, so annotate it as a string, or we could, yeah, it isn't though. And that's the weird thing about it. It looks at this and it's just like, I don't know what that is. It undefines it. So is active undefined. Data at the end point in Django, sure. So I'll just put it here, the breakpoint. We're just going to refresh. So here it is. So this is before we put it in there. So I'm just going to step over onto the next one. So we also got the context and the scheduled object results. So if we got the scheduled object results down here. So where's is active on this? I can't tell. Scheduled object ID, scheduled objects, last run is active. It's got a lowercase t there. Which is all fine and dandy. However, let's have a look at the context. I might need to do that. Let's have a look. How did I get that to appear? I clicked view. I'm sorry, chat's cutting off half of that, so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, once I set up my full setup, it'll be good. All right, cool. So we've got is active, and now that's a capital T. So yes. I don't know how I can solve this. But yeah, what I was going to think of is using annotation and then just doing it as a 0 or 1. And I think that might work. Because yeah, it just doesn't work here. Or as a string. Go back to the endpoint. So this is part of the context. Is active, capital T. Can I show the code? Yes. Yes, I can. Socks? No. So yeah, we change it into JSON loads at that particular point because it is JSON. Make it a JSON response. I can't because this is actually rendering on the template. So there's a template it's rendering onto. I mean, what I could potentially do is I could render nothing on the template, have it in a loading state, and then get the data. Then I need JSON dumps. All right. Let's try that. Let's hit refresh. We made a change. That's fine. So I'm just going to bump out of there. We have a quick view of this. Got a lot of backslashes. That should be fine. Oh, actually, maybe not fine. Yeah, I think that's because of all these backslashes. Now these aren't an object. Is active is lowercase true. Don't do loads or dumps. I've got dumps up here. Should I just and wait a few seconds? I was just gonna. All right, that works. Cheers, thank you. All right, let's open up this. We've got all our information is active, true. Cheers. Thank you very much, Nocturnal. All right, we fixed that. Easy done, and now I don't need to do any trickery for this. So, yeah. All right, let's add in the title. Yeah, believe it or not, sometimes the easiest bugs to fix are the hardest to find. I once spent 3 hours finding a bug. Code online, write code online. All right, let's do C#. Let's zoom in. So let's say var a equals hello world, and then if a equals hello world, console.writeLine hello world, you are awesome. All right. Now, at a glance, can anyone spot the mistake? I'll give you guys 30 seconds. Yeah. Nocturnal has it. It took me 3 hours to find this. So, the reason being why it took 3 hours was I was going through the logic. I'm like, all right, cool. This is working and stuff like that. I just didn't see the semicolon because in my brain, when I saw the open and close bracket, that was the end of the line for me. Yeah. And yeah, that was 3 hours. And it wasn't my code either. I was trying to find a random bug, and they're like, it should be happening. Why isn't this happening? I'm like, I'll have a look. Yeah, yeah, no. When you write it out, it does. When you see it written out and stuff like that, yeah, it seems wrong. But if you came into this code without having to see it written out and stuff like that, and you're like, all right, cool, this should work, and it just doesn't. So, yeah. Yeah. 3 hours. I could not believe how long that was. It was just like... Alright, sorry, I'm getting really distracted with the cube tonight. I do apologize. I did put it away from me. So, yeah. And also, there are times, and I do love when this actually happens, there is times when bugs are fixed when you delete massive sections of code and just write 4 lines to replace it with. Those are by far my favorite. I had one of those today, so it was like a 20-line block, and I got it down to like 4. And I'm like, you know what, this is a lot better now. Yeah, a lot of the times with the cube, because I've been cubing since I was 20, I think. A lot of it is just pattern recognition, and I don't need my full brain power for that. But at the same time, it gives me something to fidget with, and that actually helps me think. Now, I used to, at work, throw a tennis ball. I used to throw it up at the roof and catch it, and so forth like that when I was thinking. However, I migrated onto this when I got myself a decent cube, where I don't need to spend a lot of energy actually moving the cube pieces. Oh, ad break. Oh, that came really quickly. Okay. Do I get distracted easily? I don't know if you're in the ad break, but yes, I can. It's just me. You'll see it on stream. I get distracted a lot. Don't know if you're in ads. You're not in ads. All right, cool. Cool. Yep. I am liking my new, talking about getting distracted. I am liking my new glasses, which is kind of cool. So I had this one changed. The prescription on the left side changed. So yeah. You're not. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, there's a lot of things rattling around in my head constantly. There are times where I need to, if I really need to think, like, for example, if a service goes down and I need to get it up, I like to put on the Doom soundtrack. And what that actually does is it blocks out everything for me, and I can hyper focus on one thing. I spent Friday adding a struct to handling simplified something, then this morning and was tidying and realized there was a more simplifications. Alright, welcome back everyone. Let's go back to the workstation and I'll finish reading this message. Then this morning and was tidying and realized there was more simplifications to be done and deleted the subpackage of 2 generic latent functions. Nice. Deleting code is a lot of fun. So, yeah. Looks the same in the picture. Oh, you mean my YouTube one? Oh, not that one. That's another account. I'm not logged in. My glasses. Oh, as in the ad break picture. Ah, all right. Let's bang this. Okay, yeah. I do like these frames. I do like the frames. This time I've decided to go with a lighter blue and more clear. I also got a green pair, but with sunnies. So yeah, they are very similar. They are really, really similar. I think I've just liked these frames, and that's why I've kept buying them. I do have a type, and then one day I'll change it, and so forth like that. So yeah, and then everyone seems to copy me. I swear to you. I buy some glasses, I'm like wearing these out, see no one wearing them, and then 3 weeks later or a month later, everyone's got them, and I'm like, oh, you guys. However, that's probably just one of those sort of things where you only spot something when you actually associate with it. Harry Potter one's next. What does he wear again? Why did I type Hattie? Hattie Porry. I don't like. I don't think I would like those on me. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the big circles. Alright, for those who are in America, we do apologize. Yes, these are how much we pay. It's yeah. Alright. Glasses. Let's go just men. Just don't like them. See, I keep going for the same pair. Don't like the hexagonal. I'm trying to remember what ones did I get. The ones I think I got the not those ones. Not those ones. Australia. So specifically Melbourne. This is the one I've got. Actually, no. I say that out loud and then realize no. It's similar. It's Jinky. Jinky is the one I've got. So yeah, I'm currently wearing the blues. And I've got the greens for sunnies. I wouldn't mind the Surge. I mean, Humphrey might be nice. The turtle shell. No, I was been like, I'm sorry for those who are in the US. Because I know they spend a lot on glasses. And I'm like, yeah, I've only spent this much. Yeah. Because yeah, you can get 1 pair for that. You can get 2 pairs for from $200 or 3 pairs for, and then we add stuff onto it like anti-glare and stuff like that, and then health insurance will knock down the price. So yeah, I do like thick glasses at the moment, I will admit that. Not the mollies though. However, that would look really funny on me. Oh, maybe the turtle shell rounded ones. Oh, it's just 3D glasses. Molly was very thick. Alright, I don't mind these. Not the pinky red. The blue and the green look nice. I reckon they'll be good. And yeah. The Deuce, Deus, I think. I think if you get them as Polaroids, they'll look really nice. Yeah. All right, let's get back into it. Talking about getting distracted. Okay, so we've just redone this. We're all happy with this. Ooh, it is 5 minutes to 10. I do need to, let's get a couple of fields into here and let's discuss what we want in there. So we've got the scheduled objects. So we've got the scheduled object ID. Let's just delete this one line. Let's go and put in result dot. This is scheduled object title. I think we had it as. And then if we refresh over here, we've got scheduled object. All right, cool. Now I did want to save this properly. So what we want to do is we want to go back up here. We want to go up here, new object save. So we're going through, so we've got the object title into here. And then what we want in here is object. That's the template. Ooh, that's not correct behavior for Vim bindings. And I'm double tapping D and it's just deleting one thing. That's still in the group. Submit scheduled object. This is what we want. I've got cap locks on, that's why. Alright, my bad. Schedule object title, what we want that is form clean object type tool. So form.clean data, and then we've got object title. Like so what's actually happening is it'll save the object title here. Oh no, all good about the distractions. It is fine. I've been working all day. It is good sometimes to actually have these distractions. Yeah, like I'm trying to do it chill here. We get work done, but we do work at our own pace, type of thing. So yeah, you'll be surprised how much work I can get done at other times. So yeah, there are sometimes I just sit down and I get so much done. So, yeah. Okay, so we're definitely going to get the scheduled object and stuff like that. As for date, the other fields and so forth like that, if we open up the scheduler, what we kind of want is we want a little bit more information in here. So we've got the scheduled object, and then what we want is we want frequency and so forth like that. So let's go into here. Let's do simple breakpoint like that. Let's do a strong frequency, and we've got the result dot frequency in here. Now the card status. So we want a simple span. We're using a span. We're just having it in here. So if we have result dot is active, we have active schedule, Otherwise, we add in another span and we just do else disactivated. Deactivated. Sorry, my brain just went weird then. Because there's no consistency in the English language. So we can see it's deactivated. I'm just gonna do a little thing up here and I'm gonna go result.isActive. I'm just gonna refresh. Okay, there's nothing up there. I've probably made a mistake, so I'm gonna open up this. It is _active. All right, simple mistake to make. This is why you test as you go along. So active schedule. And then if we turn it off, it'll be disabled and all that kind of fun stuff. So yeah. All right. So I am getting distracted with the cube. What we want to also put down on here is we want a lot more information. However, I'm going to call it a night at the moment. I did want to check one thing. Django releases. I am just jumping onto my prod environment. Oops, new. I want to see Django 5.06. I'm probably going to push an update tonight, but it's only going to be for the base libraries and so forth like that. So no new features, no new bug fixes. Yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, there's been a couple of things released. All right, cool. The other reason why I want to do it is I want to test out the schedule stuff to make sure it is working as intended. I realize that I might need to edit the cron jobs in it now that I think about that out loud. Just give me 2 seconds. NearBeach, NearBeach Docker. Because we had the cron file, cron tab override, and that's running every minute.